Thank God I caught that. This is why we need Taylor here, guys. All right, lift up your torso, walk both hands over towards the right, left fingertips reach a little bit further forward. Take a really nice deep breath into your left side. Create a little more space, a little more reach with your breath. As you exhale, keep your hands exactly where they are. Pull your hips and pull your rib cage towards the left side of your mat. So your right shoulder and right hip move closer. Roll your left shoulder down and away from you. Inhale to expand. Keep reaching, keep lengthening. Exhale to contract. Walk over towards the left. Right fingertips reach a little bit further forward. Take an inhale into your right side. This time, shift your hips to the right. Press your rib cage to the right and roll your right shoulder down and away. Again, deep breath in. Big breath out. Slowly, we come back into center. Bring your palms to touch. Bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. If you're already feeling this, you can keep your elbows a little bit wider here. If you want more of a stretch, you lift your hips like 2 inches off your heels. Elbows go a little bit further forward and a little bit closer together. Inhale to expand the space between the shoulder blades. Try to keep all that space between the shoulder blades as you press your elbows down and draw back. Deep breath in. And big breath out. Use your exhale to soften. Palms come down to the floor. As you inhale, round and curl up. Bring your toes in line with your knees. Let your hips melt down towards the floor. Let your shoulder blades wrap around your spine. And the only time I'm probably ever going to let you round the shoulders forward is just here. This is more, we call this seal pose or a belly stretch. Let the shoulders round forward a little. For 3, 2, soften the elbows. We bend all the way down. Walk your feet in. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and slight inward rotation through your thighs. Just a little reset. Right arm comes out beside you, wrist and shoulder one line. And we roll open, little shoulder stretch. You can grab your block if you like. Inhale into the center of your chest. Exhale, slide the shoulder blades closer together. Gentle, gentle. You don't want to overdo it here. Come back into center and switch. Left arm out, right arm in. Roll open. Right foot to the floor behind you. So use your breath to expand the front body here rather than the physicality of pushing or opening. Use your inhale. Expand through the front body. Exhale. Soften the back body. Keep ebbing and flowing between those two dualities, expansion, contraction, effort, and non-effort. Slowly come back down to your belly, forehead to floor. Just a little work. Hands behind the head, press the tops of the feet into the floor. Lift your hips, lift your knees, internal rotation. Drop your hips back down. Reach your toes long down and away from you. Wrap your shoulder blades around your spine. And we're not going to lift our heads up here. You keep your eyes on the mat. As you inhale, press the back of the head into the hands. Keep your feet plugging down into the floor. No floating, please. Good. And come back down. Good. Back up for 2. And down. Inhale up, 3. Exhale down. Good. 4. Not so much about the high of the torso. 5. More so about squeezing those elbows high, squeezing the shoulder blades to kiss. And as best as you can, hover the belly button off the mat. Pull it back to the spine. 4, 3, 2. Good, 1 and hold, squeeze. Belly to spine. Toes press down. Internal rotation through the thighs. Inner thighs up, outer thighs down. Hook your pubic bone into the floor so low back gets longer. Pull your belly button off the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades closer. Press the elbows higher. Mini pulses upwards. 10, 9, 8. Tiny. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your arms out wide. Drop your fingertips underneath your elbows. Make little tents with your hands, so just fingertips on the floor. Take your feet wide. Press into the fingertips, shoulder blades squeeze. Keep your head heavy as you slowly start to rise. Inhale, we lift. Drop your head back and release. 1 more. Inhale. Head stays heavy, shoulder blades squeeze. Successionally lift and release. Okay, 1 more. Pressing. Make it juicy, make it dramatic. Nice. Hands underneath your shoulders. We press back, child's pose. Remember, this is home safe when you need it. If you need to take a moment, try to stay within your practice for this next, I don't know how long, a while. So if you need to take a break, if you need to come back to yourself, it's totally fine, but do not break your meditation. Stay here with yourself. As you inhale, round and curl up, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes. We lift up and back, downward facing dog. You know what to do. First few moments are for you. Feel it out. Do the mental body scan. And not just the physical body, but also energetic, mental, and emotional. And if you're like, what does that even mean? Just kind of like assessing your energy level. Do you feel sluggish or do you feel like really ready to let it rip? What's going on emotionally? Honoring wherever you are today. And knowing that however you choose to meet yourself is perfect. That your intention is everything. So if you want to come to my class and lay in Shavasana for an hour, I love that for you. As long as you're present, as long as you're with yourself and you're not avoiding yourself, I love that for you. Take your feet hip width apart. It's about 2 knuckle widths side by side. Lift up high to the tiptoes. Roll your sit bones a little higher. Press your heart a little bit closer. And then keeping your heels and your tailbone high, bend your knees, turbo dog. Wrap your elbows down towards the floor without bending the elbows. It's just an external rotation from the shoulder head. Hug your upper ribs into your body. Let the neck relax and hang for 3, 2. Take an inhale. Exhale, press forward, high plank. Use the power of your legs and squeeze them strong as you land. Shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists. Hips and shoulders at same height. Can you lengthen your low back by bringing your pubic bone a little closer to belly button? Press down to go up, away from every fingertip, every toe tip. 3. Breathe. Fully and completely. 2. Start to feel the body waking up, responding. Float your right toes. Up and back, 3-legged dog. Bend the top knee, open up your hip. Maybe some hip circles, maybe some bending and stretching, whatever you like here. I like to go from open hip, so having my right hip stacked on top of my left, to closed hip, just to feel the difference between that I get in the opening through the front of my right quad when I open up my right hip, and then that deep stretch you get in the back of the left hamstring when you square your hips off. Nice. Bring your left knee down to the floor. Float your right toes back behind you. Look forward. We lean forward. 3 sunbird bows. So you can tuck your bottom toes. If you've never done these with us before, if you know them, you guys go down for your 3. If you kick up on the 3rd, you go. If you've never done these before, the arms track kind of a little weird. So you're always in external rotation. You're going to lean forward, trace your rib cage. They stay slick. So shoulder tips will meet fingertips. Elbows are high to the sky, so they're not back here or forward. Good. And up. Nice modesty. Do it again. Come back down 2. Come on, honey. And up. Last one. We stay here or we kick up. Ooh, toes together, toes together. Yes. And then lift up and out of your low belly, babe. Use those fingertips. 2. Yep, that's it. Slowly we come down. Beautiful. Who is that? Can't tell. Who is that in the bottom right? We have like 5 screens happening right now. Open up to face your left. She was in the bottom. Go back at the very bottom on the left side, second. White and blue pants. Yeah, who is that? Serena. Let's go, girl. That was awesome. Squeeze left heel to left bum.
Oh, no, that's modesty.
Oh, no. That pressing down and opening up. 3. 2. Nice work. Step the left foot to the front of your mat. Right hand down to the floor. Left hand up to the sky. We twist. 3. 2. Turn around, face the back of the mat. So we turn around. Same but different. Back leg floats, or back knee floats rather. If you like, take your left hand, turn the fingertips to face the back of the mat. Again, you twist. For this one, just keep squeezing right knee into the midline. Don't let it fall away. Lean your torso away though. 3. Maybe even rocking forward and back, getting into that left side hip flexor. 2, but hug the right knee in or else you'll miss that IT band stretch. Outer right leg. Good. Turn all the way back around. Face the front of your mat. Drop your right knee down to the floor. Shift the weight back and flex. Half splits, hold. Inhale, roll your sit bones higher. Exhale, pull your heart forward. 3. 2. Good. Slowly bend back forward into your left knee. Tuck the back toes, lift the hips, and go back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out. So if you did any of that without blocks and you're really feeling like your hamstrings screaming, your hip flexors screaming, so like the front of the hips, or you're having a hard time transitioning in between postures, just put those blocks underneath your hands. Give yourself some space to work with. No point fighting yourself in that way. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, high to tiptoes. Exhale, bend the knees. Press forward, high plank and pause. Elbows drop back, arms hug into the midline. Activate everything. Your breath is full and complete. Every muscle is working to support the whole. Nice, looking good, everyone. Left toes float, hold, stop. 3, 2, up and back. 3-legged dog. Bend the top knee, open up your hip. A moment for yourself here. Getting around into the hip or not. Left knee comes down to the floor. Now, not too far forward. If you set your knee up too far forward in front of the hip, there's no space. So knee directly underneath that left hip. Right toes behind you. Look forward, lean forward. Try to get your elbows to touch underneath your rib cage. Chin taps. 3. And up. I'm watching y'all this time. Come back down for 2. And up. Good. Last one. If you go into the chin stand, you go and hold. Otherwise, hold it here. Who's that in the black? I'm coming. You got this, girl. Letitia, you got it. Just use your momentum, honey. Forward and down. Trust yourself. Yeah, spring off that bottom foot. You got it. And bring those elbows more under you, more under the rib cage, like this. Oh, wait, sorry, you can't see me because that's the wrong camera. Like this. underneath. So you're really resting the chest on those legs. Sorry, on those arms. We're gonna get there. It's there. I see it. What leg was that? Knee forward, right leg up? Yep. Okay, we come back up. Kick the left foot off the mat, open up to face the right side. Bend the top knee in, squeeze heel to bum. Inhale, press away from the floor. Exhale, rotate your heart open to the sky. If you want a deeper stretch to the front of that quad, right quad, you're going to start to drop your right knee down towards the floor and press your hips forward even more. Oh my gosh, so good. Right foot to the top of the mat. However you get it there, I don't care, make it work. Readjust your stance. Nice, we twist. Left hand to floor, right hand to sky. So when we're tight, this is gonna wanna happen, and we do this variation a lot throughout our flows, but today I want you to keep it hugging in. Twist your chest towards that right leg, hug your right knee into the midline, don't let it escape. Nice, turn around, face the back of the mat. Right hand faces, or right fingertips face the back foot, left hand to the sky, same. So less about getting into this left side hip here. We're trying to get into that IT band. When we keep the feet flat and the left knee hugging in, we actually give our spine a little bit more of an opportunity to open and rinse and rotation. When we let the leg fall away, we just get fully into the hip. Turn around, front of the mat. Drop your back knee down. Shift your weight back and flex. Remember, you have lots of options here. So you can stay with blocks underneath your hands. If you feel like your bum is tucking under you here and you're really rounded through your spine, grab blocks, walk the foot in, and I want you to work on just untucking your tailbone. I don't care how high you are, but try to hit and feel that upper hamstring. Lengthen out the low back, and then dive in. Heel presses down and pulls back towards you. And if you really want to go in, start to drop your toes open to the right. Press your hips to the left. Press your heel down and try to pull it back towards you. Ooh. I know, it's good shit, right? Right? Slowly bend back forward. Into that knee, we step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, move forward, high plank. Drop down to your knees. Grab your block if you need it. Bring it right underneath your sternum. We look forward. Tilt your tabletop, lean forward in, and then come back. Now, what I just saw on a million little screens here, when you tilted forward, you guys do this. None of that. Keep your tabletop as flat as you can. Pubic bone to belly button, upper ribs in, slide back. Nice, that was so much better. Slide in, elbows wrap back. Pubic bone to belly button, upper ribs in. Lean forward, bend the elbows, 3. So it's not just down, you take yourself forward. Elbow squeeze in to lift you. Good, reset. Back forward and down, 2. And up. Good, forward and down, 3. Nice work, everybody. Up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out. High plank, hold. 3. Press down to go up, resist gravity. 2. Look forward, push forward, shoulders past wrists. Slide back, downward facing dog. Walk your hands to meet your feet, back edge of the mat. Grab opposite elbows and hang here. So your arm variation options. Option 1, opposite, just fold your arms into your elbow creases and hang. Personal fave of mine is grabbing behind your head like when you do a sit-up. Tucking the chin in, lengthening the back of your neck down. You can interlace your hands behind your back. And again, for a moment, I want you to just tap into the physical body and see if you can create that feeling of opposition. So the legs are going to do all the work. Press your feet down and away from one another. Squeeze your quad muscles. Slight inward rotation through the thighs. So tons of activity in the legs. And then the opposite, can you do absolutely nothing with the upper body? Just give it to gravity, let your belly pull back to the spine. Maybe a lip flutter, personal fave also. Stay here for a few more breaths, or if you're one of my handstand hoppies, bring your feet to touch, knees wide. And you take some leapfrogs, or you come up and hold your tuck. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out, downward facing dog. Inhale, we move forward, high plank. Drop down to your knees, look forward, lean forward, we slowly lower. 3, 2, pause at 90. Pull your hips to the heel of your hand, pull up and through, upward facing dog. Wrap those shoulder blades around your spine. Good, tuck your toes, go back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, and big breath out. Walk your feet to meet your hands, top edge of the mat, big toe mounds touch, heels have some space. Halfway lift, forward fold. Again, halfway lift. Your legs don't have to be straight here, but your spine does. Shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, head and hands stay heavy, and slowly roll all the way up to stand. When you get to the top, shoulders up, back and down. Okay, now we're ready. You ready to go? We good? Okay. Inhale, reach up and look up. Big stretch. Exhale, fold all the way down. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the floor, step back, high plank. Drop your knees. Make it nice. Like, don't kill yourself. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull yourself through. Shoulder blades kiss and away from your ears. Beautiful. Go back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, high to tiptoes, look forward. Bend your knees. Walk or jump your feet to meet your hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale, reach up and look up all the way to stand.